Hey everybody, welcome back to Rolling History. This week we're going to work on the top post of the car, so let's get started. Alright, hey everybody. This is what we're going to work on today. We're going to work on the top irons of the car. What are top irons? Well, when they first started making cars, almost all of them were convertibles. So there was really no designation for convertible because they were all that way. And so they made the metal pieces for the tops of the cars, they called them top irons. Now I don't know if they still call them that, like into the 50s and 60s, because I think they just kind of became part of the convertible top. But early on, they were called top irons. And so that's what we're going to work on today. I want to work on them because I know there are some issues, and I want to send them back to some Amish guys in Ohio. They still make buggies, and they still make parts and top iron parts. So, but they take a while because you have to mail your stuff to them. They don't have a telephone, and they have to mail it back. So it takes a little while, and I want to get it done early so that we're not waiting when we need them. So I'm gonna work on them a little bit. I'm gonna take the old wood out of them and see what kind of condition they're in. Okay, so the top wood bows, which fit into the top irons, they're all rotted away and gone. But I think for the most part, most of the top irons are gonna work. There are a couple that aren't gonna work. And I noticed just a couple minutes ago, there is this problem right here where it looks like it had frozen up and someone tried to pull it anyway, and it bent it right there. So I might have to try to straighten that back out. And then over here, we're going to be real careful taking the old upholstery top off. My little boy was asking me, why did I leave it on there? And I told him that's my road map. And he looked at me kind of puzzled. And I said, that's how we're going to know how to make it again. This shows us how it was stitched, how all the pieces layered up. So he kind of understood after I told him that. But this is our road map. It shows how it all went together. So let me get some tools out and see if I can get some of this off without ruining. Okay, so this is the front one, the front bow, and then it gets hooked into this little accordion style piece, and it comes back here, and these are the two rears. But you can see they're split apart here, both of them. This wood is the leftover parts of the top bows, and we need to get it out. They're stuck down inside the tubes of the top irons. And some of them, even this one right here, is broken off completely down in there. So we're going to drill them out and try to get it all out of there so we can add the new ones. Okay, so I finally got the wood out of the top irons. And that was a much bigger job than I thought it was going to be. It took me at least 2 to 3 hours. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to loosen up all these little joints here to make it fold back up, back and forth. So first I'm going to spray them. Then I'm going to use a little bit of hammering. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to get out the torch and use some heat. So let me try that. Okay, so I tried everything that I can to work this out without heat. So I'm gonna hook up the oxygen acetylene torch and give that a try, because it is stuck right on these two. The rest seem to work, but these two right here do not want to go. Alright, getting somewhere. All right, so you ever had one of those days where things just didn't go right? Well, this was that day for me. This fought me every bit of the way. And I ended up having to use all the heat that I could get on it, but it now works. So I still need to work a little bit on it to make it perfect, but it's loose. And I think I'm gonna sandblast them. I think the plan for these is to paint them again, clean them up, paint them, and then maybe paint them with flat black and then sand it down a little bit so that it comes through in some areas, because this is gonna be inside the area where we're gonna ride, and I don't really want all this rust getting on our clothes the whole way. It's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna sandblast them, clean them up, paint them, sand them a little bit to make them look old again, and then we won't get all dirty inside the car, because this is going to be inside. Basically we'll be rubbing on this the whole way. But I got them, and I'll show you a picture when I get them sandblasted. I'm going to try to hook it up now, but it's getting a little bit late, so it may be dark by the time I get them done. Alright, so I didn't have a chance to sandblast the top irons, but we're out of time. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next week.